What are some other buttons you can use to navigate through your worksheet? Tab, yes. So I can be in category and hit tab, and it goes from
The arrows.
the right. What else? Who else?
The arrows.
The arrows, absolutely. I can click on down arrow, left, right arrow. I can go back left. Okay, we getting warmer. What else? So if I'm in category and I want to highlight all of this without using the selection mouse, if I click here, use the shift button and click here, guess what? That's still navigating your spreadsheet. And that is,
Sarah, are you still sharing your screen?
thank you, Ms. Davis. Yeah,
Go ahead and run that back, please. Run that back.
Okay, so, so I can click here in category and then hit the shift button and click the last cell I want to select, and then it allows me to select the entire range. Very useful when you're dealing with a lot of data. I can, let's see, let's find one that doesn't have a chart. All of them have charts. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to select this information, copy. I'm going to add me a sheet because now we get ready to play for real. All right, and let's do a auto fits. No, come on, auto fit. It would be nice if I would just read. Okay, here we go. So I can do a consecutive selection because remember, your mouse changes, right? So if I get the thin plus sign and scroll it down, it's going to give me the list of the months, remember? All right. If I want to select consecutively, I have to click and drag and all the consecutive cells are selected. If I want to do a non-consecutive selection, I can click on the first cell, hit the control button and click every other cell, right? And therefore every other cell is selected with the control button on your keyboard, okay? If I want to hide certain rows, so say for instance, I want to select 4, 7, 8, and 10, and I want to hide them, I can click here and say hide, unhide, and say hide the row. And now I'm only seeing those rows. If I want to unhide them, I can select the entire range and then go to format, hide, unhide, and say unhide rows and put the rows back. Following me? Let's see what else we can do. You can do, oh, I hope I do this right. Page down. Page down will take you down to cell 37. You can hit it again. It's going to take you down to 73. Page up. So all of this works. We can do end. I thought we could. All right, when I do control end, so it's not end, it's control end, it takes me to the last cell of the data. I can do control home and it's taking me to the first cell of the data, navigating the workbook, okay? Now let's talk about these defined ranges. Let me remember how to do this. You can modify defined ranges. Always jump out there in the fire, though. Let's see. So let's go to, literally, let's go to blank, click OK. And if I wanted to change that defined name that's here on formulas, I can do the drop down and say, click on define name. And I can change that name or change the range. So this is on the February sheet. It's saying from P6, remember that's an absolute value there, from P6 to X21, which is this range, okay, I can change the name and redefine the range. So I'm gonna redefine the range. And I'm going to select from here to here, make it smaller. I should have deleted the first one though. Hold up. Then I say it's from here to here. This is going to be my new range. I'm going to expand it and I'm going to say blank 3 and say okay. And what happens now is that I got a new range. So if I go back to the home tab and click on go to, I got blank 3 and click OK. That's blank 3. And then I can go back and say go to and click on blank, which is a larger range. You can go to the name manager and I can change blank to, you can click on edit and change blank to top. Click OK. So now blank is gone and top exists. And I can go back to the home tab or the name box. And let's click on blank and then go click on top. And that's the same range information. Navigating the workbook.